Oke lur, langsung dikai cutscene.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Halo lur, ya apa kabar ya? Sehat ya Pak? Saiki aku yang jajal game judulnya Biomutant. Saka gambar yang cutscene lumayan kayak ya wis. Langsung mulai ya.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Ya game. Medium lah. Yuk.
Encode your DNA.
Ya, yuk.
Good choice.
Wolf, ya.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Color me like blue, freedom, loyalty, strength and power. Yeah.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise.
Okay.
An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Yeah.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and
Tapi kayak
progress.
malaikat ngene
And
ini
as
ya.
soon as there's enough light, darkness will
Malaikat baik dan
disappear.
jahat. Ngene.
Right is always right.
Suara apa kuwi?
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Mad Ethermit CC. Oke, examine the knot.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Aduh, sorry. Hehe. Monkey will Phoenix. Fighter suit. Abot ya. Yep. Oke. So ini.
You better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Escape. Oh ya wis. Oh ini aku cutscene emang ya.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Escape the explosion. Boom.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
Afterward, enemy target with melee attack. And the camera towards enemy target with okay. Reload. Okay. At the end, you can perform a quick reload. Yes. Aku udah penuh kabel. Untung melayu ku ya puan terus.
Right between the eyes.
Bangarang. Ya wis. Ini gak usah tebas. Apa iso? Tak pikir iso oleh apa ngono. Dia musang kan. Electric module. You found a weapon special effect add-on attacks. Oke. Caranya oh iya, equip. Attach special effect add-on set towards consumable quick menu. Hold 1. Hidden item. Ya. Holding, oke. Oh ya wis. Mirip-mirip kayak iki ya, apa jenenge? Ratchet and Clank. Neng kloset ana perban warna sih.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment, changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Remember to parry enemy when attack. Ya. Oh, pakai parry-parryan oke. Fallen namanya lutut ya, paham. Candy Rage. Ya boy kayak minyak nggak sih? What? Aman lah. Apa yang kamu meledos dewe sih? Oh. Yep. Tapi damage pedang lumayan gede ya. Sak tebasan 100 ya. Nah, pistol kayak sekitar 90 sampai 100 poin. Dukur-dukurnya ini nak rahasia nggak sih? Kayak kawan. Explore di tunnel. Some enemy carry large shield. You need to break the shield with melee attack before. Oke, siap. Setup bro. Aduh, siapa anak itu? Awas. Wow. Defeating enemy complete quest give XP ya. Level up sih, udah level sih. This can change equipment and weapon. Represent part of the body get up with equipment, okay. Sik. Stall ku enak gitu. Gini. Oh alah. Which track? At Akin. You cannot upgrade leveling to second. Range combat. Guns. Unlock. Kung Fu. Too fast. Oh, ngumpulno iki ya. Sing tugan. Apa sing iki rifle? Once you have upgrade point, remember to spend the perks. Oke. Ya.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Klauber. Examine the door.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Oh, kayak gitu. Pry. Oh.
Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Iya ya. Yo cek boleh. Rapid sleep ya. Double jam lah. Ini kan musang ya kok rapid sleep ya?
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Oke. Sabar. Ini hijau-hijau racun nggak sih? Aduh. Assassin deh.
Oh, wow.
Saya. Besok ganti kelas ya. Ini jajal assassin. Aduh. Kok stuck ini? Gunner ini lah pistolnya cek elek tak wae. Absurd Bioblock this weapon used to unlock mutation. Ya. Bioblock unlock special power at the end. Oke.
Now that's medicine. Low tech, but it works.
Ini kok buka apa? Doktek. Toklet apa sih? Tulang anjing gue loh. Sok ganti job. PE.
Toxanol built vessels called
Blueprint.
arcs to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single arc they left behind that we know other arcs travelled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Ya. Oh, oke, movie projector. Puzzle scattered around the awesome apa, oke. Note. Oke, semacam puzzle. Tip, pro tip. Oh.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Intinya pencemaran lingkungan. Terus gara-gara salah satu limbah pabrik
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a
akhir
good thing.
makhluk hidup dadi
It's coming from behind that door.
mutasi intinya ngono.
A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
Oke, kuning. Putih. Tarik diputer ya.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go.
Yuk. Wong. Perfect counter enemy attack with stun them stun. Oke.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Oh.
Made the kill.
Ya.
Shot.
Iya, anak pesan puluh lebar.
Wow. That's the last of them.
Okay.
Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Looting sih.
That's a good find.
Kayak iso mendukur ya. Enggak kira iso. New friend, an old friend.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Way back in the long ago. Oh, itu flashback itu. Just before.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Ruffle the glitter glass. Dig it. Kuwi kayak semacam sensei nih ya, guru nih. Oh alah. Nah, bisa.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
The Nono.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Voice over yang aneh tapi suka. Match the Nono with the tree. Ya mungkin apa lah ngarani budget gawe research kurang. Jadi voice over digawe al tak ngono. Dijelehkene ya mau nono kuwi.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Oh, oke. Oleh jaring sing mang ya. Oke, tadi tujuan utama dhewe ngancurno
You're getting the hang of it.
entitas kuwi. Nak setiap ujung cabang.
Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Makanya aku aja ngene memang. Tapi gak iso munggah. Kan aneh. Dunia post apokalips terus open world.
Know that the tree of life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Kayak judul berkali-kali lah apa ya? Jadi cukup nang awal tuh. Oh, itu mang prolog tah. Walah. Iya, itu sprint.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
Apa kayak fast travel ngono kuwi. The signpost. Hah?
Let's see.
Sebenarnya location Yuklan oke. Oh kan. Ciri kasih open world ya, masih anak fast travel ya. Tapi dulu iki. Ya. Iya, sekewan menandai apa? Sekewan menandai tempatnya kekuasaan atau pertaruhan dulu.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down.
Yeah.
The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
David Shaw Parker, survivor.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Your inner balance as to health that completes wellness that flow through all things at time, blah blah. Okay. We are those who always act in the same manner or was okay.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Captive size ring or side point that you can unlock shiny power. Aku udah ngomong berarti ya. Berarti
Anyway,
side
he
quest.
needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged,
Yes,
not
let me help.
by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Oh, kok jalan cahaya ya ini. Side point. Yes, it unlock power mutation system. Okay. Side point unlock.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
Gak dikasih senjata aku.
Out of date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Current and start quest are shown in the journal. Okay. Talk to Jagni or Myriad Shifu. Lur-lurnya gak iso lagi.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Kok cedek sing kene? 200. Golek sing cedek. Padha bodoh gak ngerti
It's
ya.
a bridge. Just get over it.
Ya. Ini sing tak sayang mek iki kok siapa jeneng? Voice over tok ya. Oke.
Almost too easy.
Istilahnya kalau nggak usah dimudik
They've
dong.
destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began.
Oke.
Looks valuable.
Maksudnya ketika conversation ambek apa NPC ini kayak haho tak udah loh. Pasti ini nggak perlu diunik. Soalnya ono naratori sisan.
That's the Jagni tribe's fault.
Nggak patek perlu.
Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem.
Sik ngoyo sik.
Let's see.
Ya.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says the Sifu gets to choose who sees the Sifu, but he'll let you give it a try.
Zata is the muy totloho. Kariesne zdace. Paro, ya put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves to find ourselves, but he's glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land and there are rivals in all directions. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life.
Kok wis kayak aku salah pilih iki. Aku milih no sing iki.
He had a feeling you'd say that. You're not sinister enough to be a Jagni. That big heart of yours makes you weak. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival.
Usisi inatofo odlisen in your way.
Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy at the end of this war, and offers you a last chance to come back and join when you realize you've picked the wrong side.
Paro, Zivo.
And with that, he urges you to seek protection at Myriad Stone Fort before word gets out that you've chosen not to side with them.
Apinosko. Zata odlisen in your way.
It was built on the back of many, including us, and claimed by Myriad when the construction was abandoned after the attack on the old village. It was your Mooma's vision for a new home for us all.
Zata na oko kiza.
It's time to say goodbye for now, and if it's not the kind of goodbye that lasts forever, then the next will mean the end for you.
Ya wis. Lanjut. Enggak cocok aku ambil visi-misi nih. Jadi intinya jangan menghancurkan dunia ini ngono lho. Jadi supaya dia bisa jadi penguasa. Enggak cocok aku. Coba sing Miria. Pendekatannya loh humanis. Malah politik ini yo. Padahal game tak pikir lucu-lucuan, ternyata ya enggak. Yo serius sisan ini. Atau pengen kok ada opsi awake dhewe gak milih aliansi sapa-sapa ngono. Dia mlaku dhewe sesuai dengan apa sing tujuane awake dhewe apa karepe awake dhewe ngono wae. Jadi tetap independen, gak disetir ambe aliansi kiri apa kak. Kayak lu enak ngono kayak. Sayang gak ono kendaraan. Kamu gak motor ya asik kayak ya. Tapi untungnya apa setting melayune barter
That's
tadi.
the Myriad
Cepet.
tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
Iya sih OTW. Oh iya sih. Kena gawe fast travel.
Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. They don't just let anyone see the Sifu, but there's something different about you.
Sibi? Lappanen aginkanman. Keratna falo hutut mus. Tugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next. And that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Mooma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples.
Lapu gelen denken voetneja. Moeilijkan friefgels.
There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
Al de koersen gaan het echt. Gotta want they gelen denken voetneja.
The myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose, chosen to unite the tribes and take control of their destiny. The tribes need a firm hand guiding them into the future.
Brita voet. Alla brengen.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
La fanen aginkan man.
You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks.
Bro plats. De gula man mosse. Vlade tik.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Alla banglif.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Geratna fala hut.
They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence.
Vlade tik.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Gera motti. Geratna fala hut.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor.
Herim denken alvesse ane. Gera wach.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good.
Dere vore woese hat.
Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Fala wala papa. Man is slenkjok.
Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember.
Aku akhirnya milih Myriad tuh ya, tapi kudu sing apa jenenge? Kudu sing jadi bawahan ya. Karena visi misinya cocok. Jadi nek Myriad iki ndeloke ayo dhewe kudu menyatukan semua suku. Dengan bersatu kita akan kuat ngono. Intine ngono. Pas through the pit. Oke. Gameplay saka Biomutant so kini sik lur. So nis ndak lali like, share, subscribe. Bye bye lur.